Hello and welcome back to One Trainer vs. the World Season 3. When we last left our protagonist, she had entered Victory Road, and now the time has come to continue. Now, do I have something that can learn Flash without getting rid of something I might need later? Of course, I'm also going to need Strength and such. Well, Bastila doesn't really have a setup moveset yet, and if she should need some awesome moves later, then well, now I was thinking of just giving her some some TM moves later. So nothing really lost by teaching her Flash right now. She's not going to be fighting at the moment anyway. Of course, I had a look at Medicham's stats, and I'm sort of wondering if even using Bastila is actually a good idea to begin with. I mean, she gets both Calm Mind and Bulk Up, but at the same time, she has terrible offensive stats. At the same time though, her having terrible offensive stats means that I should probably be able to fight this Meditite just fine. Because as it turns out, the opponents in Victory Road are actually hard to beat, even the wild Pokémon. Which is why you saw me training outside of Victory Road earlier there. I'm going to assume that she will also be capable of learning Strength. Which would be sufficient to get me through this place, I think. And should I decide that I desperately need hidden power later, which I don't think I will, I can just use, you know, heart scales and such. I mean, I only have one at the moment, but I could find more, thanks to the glorious powers of the internet. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to need Rock Smash too. Yeah, come to think of it, I do believe I do need Rock Smash too. Just... ARG! Stop requiring me to use so many HM moves to get through this place. Well, Bastila is now effectively useless in battle. Well, I mean, Strength is a thing, but... Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Mr. Cool Trainer, sir, although I'm not really scared of the Pokémon League. I'm more scared of just the battles I'm going to be having leading into the Pokémon League. Because there are some strong dudes around here. And my team is kind of crippled at the moment by a need to level grind. Come on, Klaus, score a critical hit right now! Aww. For a second I thought he did score a critical hit right now. And he has more Pokemon, right? I might need to switch Klaus out, or at the very least I need to heal him. Nah. Yeah, Orson should be fine here. Or Mr. Sharpedo, sir, but as usual, Orson has way better defenses than Mr. Sharpedo, sir. Kadabra has terrible physical defense if I recall, so return. Actually, now that I no longer have Kotori on my party, maybe I should just give Orson the Silk Scarf so that he will be able to use return more efficiently. I suppose having super-powered ground moves will actually be more useful. Alright, I need to heal up close. Ah, how nice! On my way back to the entrance, just to heal up and such, it occurred to me that there appear to be other paths I could take aside from the path I actually took. I don't know where these other paths lead, but they sure are other paths. Well, there are other trainers on this other path. I agree. The possibility to lose no longer exists. For you see, at this point, I am too strong to lose. Ugh, Muck, you and your insane amount of defense. And your evasion tactics. How I dislike dealing with this Pokemon. Thankfully it turned out to not be a problem in this case, but how I dislike dealing with this Pokemon. How good is Dragon Breath? Pretty good. I mean, I think she will get better dragon moves later, but that is not a terrible dragon move. Yep. Now go back to the beginning of your journey. Doesn't look like there was actually any other ways and places I could go from that alternate path, but meh, I fought a trainer. I don't feel like running into wild Pokemon at the moment. The wild Pokemon are surprisingly scary here. Of course, the trainers are also kind of scary here, but somehow the wild Pokemon actually scare me a bit more. Which I suppose is weird, but then let me be weird. It's not gonna have self-destruct, is it? I mean, that's a thing wild Pokemon do, not a thing that trainer Pokemon do. Ancient Power, I can deal with that. I can so deal with that! Yep, this thing is no threat at all. So yeah, wild Hariyamas are actually more terrifying to me than a lot of the trainers. I do not know the way to proceed, but I'm pretty sure that was not it. Not that there is anything wrong with getting some PP ups, but that is not the way to proceed. Now, this is probably the way to proceed. Right, I was down here earlier. And then I turned the tail and ran as soon as I saw this trainer here. In my entire journey, I have only met one person who was temporarily better than me. His name was Lance. I eventually kicked his ass anyway. Wow. So Orson has only taken 2 hits in this battle. Both of them were critical hits. What are the odds? I am just eating through the healing items at this point. But of course, I must. Because if I don't just eat my way through the healing items at this point, I will not be able to deal with the rest of the Pokémon League and stuff. I mean, yeah. Wait, am I actually getting near the exit now? Because I feel like that that could be the place where I encounter Wally pretty soon. Oh wait, but I'm way deep down. I'm pretty sure that the Pokémon League is actually in the top floor, so meh. Substitute, eh? So this is going to do nothing. Well, now the Kecleon should fall, I presume. It didn't even fall! Oh well. Orson. Trainers at this point in the game are actually intelligent. But this is still going to do super effective damage, so it's going to hit you as if it was a regularly effective move. I was going to laugh at that, but then I remembered that due to Orson's ground typing, that would actually be neutrally effective and not just weak to him. I didn't know if it was still fire type at this point, but the return probably would have taken it out even if it wasn't a critical hit. Okay, this is over. Oh look, Orson is now evenly leveled with Groudon, whom I already killed. He is also evenly leveled with Wally as far as I know, so... I was not planning to jump down there. Why did I jump down there? That was dumb of me. That is a ladder. Wait, what? Okay, there are level 44 opponents down here. That's mildly terrifying. And now I can't even run away from this Golbat anymore. Thankfully, Golbat isn't super bulky, so... But it's still bulky enough that I can't really one-shot it unless it scores a critical, which it did. Awesome close. Zinnia is nearly caught up. I think I'ma go back and look what was up that ladder. It's like somehow the fact that I'm now at the last stretch of the game just makes me more nervous, even though the game has up till this point been largely easy as hell. Ugh, stop accidentally jumping down that ledge, me. Ah well, could be worse. This could be Twitch playing plays Pokemon, where ledges are the most horrifying enemy of all. Right. Now, will this cool trainer pose severe trouble for me? She might, or she might not. That's fine. Unless it has a ground move. Okay, it's going to go down in one hit. Ugh, now I'm just reminded of this tournament I was at once. I mean, I got knocked out pretty much immediately, but one of the opponents had a Mega Mawile, and I remembered that it was a fairy type at that point, but I completely forgot what its other typing was. Then the dude afterwards told me, after he had beaten me, that it was a steel type. I had a fire type out. I could have won that battle if I had known that. Which is why I have since taken notice of the fact that Mawile is in fact a steel type. Sneaky bastards, hitting me with Pokemon that have no weaknesses. Thankfully, to counter the fact that it has no weaknesses, Sableye isn't really all that strong. I think at least in the remakes, this dude right here uses dragon types. In any case, I'm going to lead with Orson this time. Alright, you're part of that family I kicked the asses off entirely off screen earlier. That is not a dragon type. On the other hand, it is weak to Ice Beam. On the other hand, it has Double Team, which is annoying. And I don't think an Ice Beam will actually one-shot it. Then again, the last time I fought Swellow with Orson was still a Marshtomp. He is way stronger now, and he scored a critical, so whatever. Return. Man, to think back in Fire Red, Kadabra was pretty much my ace through most of the game. And that was all it could do. Okay, I do not want Orson in against this. Speaking of which, I wonder how the OG is doing. Probably terribly. Okay, you know, you had a chance to perhaps deal devastating damage on me, but you wasted it. And if I'm not mistaken, Shiftry actually has pretty pitiful defenses, so yeah. Well, whether they were pitiful or not, at least they were pitiful compared to Klause's flamethrower. Yes, of course I'm better than your family. I kicked their asses. Collectively. It was so easy I didn't even bother to do it on screen. Oh look, I found a ladder. Was this ladder where I was supposed to go, maybe? It very well might have been. Awesome. I do not think I want Mr. Sharpedosaur in against this. I think I want Klaus in against this. Good thing I just fed him a Lepo Berry to recover his flamethrowers, because he only had 2 left. Yeah, Mr. Sharpedosaur might have been in serious danger if he was left in there. I do think I'm approaching the end now. Actually, it's possible that the exit is right up there. But in that case, Wally might also be right up there. Am I ready for him? Yes. Yes, I am ready for him, actually. But who do I want to lead with here? I want to lead with Orson. Good old, faithful, level 45 Orson. Hi, Vega. I bet you're surprised to see me here. I made it all the way here, and it's all thanks to you. Vega, losing to you that time made me stronger. But I'm not going to lose anymore. I'm going to win for the Pokemon who gave me courage and strength. Okay, here I come. Meh, I wish this were the remakes where he had that awesome battle theme. But he doesn't have that awesome battle theme. He just has the regular, non-awesome battle theme. Ice Beam. I don't think it one-shotted last time I used it on Altaria, but... Oh, come on! Phew. Well, I am going to hope that I can take it out in this next hit. Would be especially nice if it takes... Oh yeah, it's going to take it out now. Because Wally only used a super potion. You know, all the other trainers around here had full restores. You are kind of pathetic compared to them. And yep, I knew it. Roselia. So, Kraus. And once again, you lead with a move that doesn't deal direct damage, so strictly speaking, Orson could have just Ice Beamed you to death. But then again, how was I supposed to know he would do that? In a way, you are using pretty clever strategies. In another way, well, you're using a Roselia. And Kraus is really strong. I don't think I have much to fear from this thing, but at the same time, Kraus is both leech-seeded and badly poisoned. I want him out of there. Zapdog should be able to do perfectly fine here. I doubt this thing has any ground moves. At least it's not using a ground move right now. And that was a critical hit, so it normally won't do that much. Hooray for bad accuracy! And now, next up should be a thing. Magneton, aka Orson time. Mud shot, one shot, pretty sure. Yes. And now the final one should be Gardevoir, which I don't think Gardevoir has anything that Orson really needs to worry about, so Return. I'm not actually sure if Return is stronger than Mudshot, given the bonus from Stab and such, but it might be. At worst, they're roughly equal. Hang on, let me try and do some math in my head. Okay, I don't even need to do some math in my head to say that Return is in fact stronger. Of course, he's used double team now, so this Gardevoir is going to be harder to hit. Score a critical, Orson! You didn't. Nyeh! Okay, that could be a bit terrifying. Okay, that could be a bit more terrifying. How does Zapdog's special defense compare to Orson's? It's considerably worse. And of course, Mr. Sharpedosaurus is way worse than that. Ooh, suddenly I am feeling nervous. I think I'm just going to have to try a Return and hope it hits. It hit. Awesome. And with that, I have made it through the victory road. Alright, Kraus is still poisoned. Well, I mean, the Pokemon Center is right around the corner. He should live. Unless the bad poisoning does extra damage, it doesn't. And here we have reached the final Pokemon Center. For a moment that message scared me because I thought it was about to say that Kraus had somehow died. But it didn't say that Kraus had somehow died, just that the repel had wore off. Which is fine, I don't care. It's the next day and plenty of level grinding has been done, but not quite plenty enough. I mean, I'm nowhere near being ready for the league yet. I mean, Orson could probably handle stuff now, but he is also pretty much the only one. Also, I have discussed with people and found that apparently keeping Bastila in my team will be a good idea. Because it's true, she has that really crappy base attack, but you know what else she has? Pure Power, which doubles her attack stat. So, that base attack is kind of misleading. Actually, how does that... Ah, on her stat screen it looks terrible too. But as a matter of fact, it is not terrible. Now then, I was thinking of just doing a few other things that I haven't done yet, which requires me to fly, but at the moment I can't fly because I don't have anything to fly with. So, going to do a little bit more level grinding so that I can then get fly. Hariyamas still scare me. On the other hand, Orson now, after all this level, doesn't really matter, but after all this level grinding, Orson now has Earthquake, which can deal significant damage to the Hariyamas. Oh, it is time for me to have my badass dragon! And this time I didn't accidentally cancel the evolution once! Congratulations! Your Zinnia evolved into Salamence! Wait, she learns fly on her own. I was thinking of using an A-gem to teach her that, but apparently I didn't need to. How nice! Well, now I can fly to places. And do stuff like get the Brick Break TM. I think this is the place where I get Brick Break. Looks probable. Indeed, Brick Break has been obtained. And I was about to say that is immediately going to Bastila, but at the moment she still has all those A-gem moves, doesn't she? I'm going to need to get rid of those first. Also, I remember back at the sunken ship, there was, well, the wrecked ship, there was a dive spot. I should go back there just to see what's inside. Right. I think I'm going to stick to the moveset I was planning on giving Bastila, which is Brick Break, Bulk Up, Calm Mind and Psychic. I mean, her Psychic moves will actually be kind of crap regardless of her ability, because, well, her ability only affects physical moves, but I don't have anything else to use that Psychic TM on, and even if I did, well, I just used it, too bad. Would you look at that? It's a wrecked ship. I am going to go into this wrecked ship and see what's down in that dive spot. It's in here, right? Nope. Next room. Well, I'm going to assume it's not going to contain anything quite as interesting as what was in here in the remakes, where you could find Ho or Lugia in there. But I guess it still has that scanner thing lying around, because I remember that dude mentioning a scanner thing lying around. Ugh, don't tell me I'm going to need to use the item finder to find it though. Oh wait! I can get up! I didn't realize that. So, it's an entirely separate part of the ship. I think I just saw something twinkle over there. I did indeed see something twinkle over there. I don't know if I'm going to gain anything cool by doing this, but meh. Surely it's more interesting than just level grinding. I know I saw stuff twinkle here. Ah, a TM that does something. What does that one do? Rain Dance. Would have been nice to have that when fighting Groudon, now wouldn't it? At the same time though, I seem to recall, didn't Bell have the Chlorophyll ability? Meaning that She was actually faster thanks to the drought, which is something I totally failed to take into account when actually fighting. Luxury balls. I wasn't sure those were even in this game. But apparently they were in this game. Alright, so now I can give that scanner to that person and see if I get something cool from it. Yo person, I have the scanner. Captain Stern, eh? Okay then. Why can't I fly inside the ship? I mean, I'm not strictly speaking inside the ship either, I was on the freaking deck. Outside. I should have been able to fly there. But for some reason I wasn't. Ah, so that's what it is. Items that will enable... Wait, don't they enable Clam Pearl to evolve? Via trading, strictly speaking, but that would give me an opportunity to see how the whole trade items stuff works. Like, do they just need to hold it? Do they need to level up with it? Do they just need to be given them stuff? Experiment number 1. Okay, so not by just touching them. Then maybe by leveling up with them. This is all meaningless, but I'm going to try anyway. Now, will that cause him to evolve? No. So do held item trade evolutions just flat out not work? That's dumb if so. Meh, was worth a shot for a Pokemon that I wasn't planning on using anyway. Well, I have tied up loose ends. Now it's time to just do a ton of level grinding and not a whole lot else. If I'm not mistaken, yes. The time has come for the final evolution of the run. Provided I don't wipe to the Pokémon League and have to try again with a different team, but... Let's be fair, what are the odds of that happening in this game? I know what I'm up against. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Of course, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am going to be wrong. I think I'm going to be completely right. Vega has assembled a team that will bring down the Pokémon League, and now all that remains is for them to become strong enough to do so. Will she be able to defeat the Pokémon League? Find out next time!